I need to speak to the student who's been contacting me. I don't know of my son. Is Warden Bukhari here? If you're here, Warden, raise your hand. No, not here. Financial management? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to introduce Harry Trommer in a minute. Harry is just back from teaching at the Ho Chi Minh University in Vietnam. He's also been teaching at the Shanghai University and at the American West Point Military Academy. So he'll be talking in a minute. He'll speak for about 90 minutes. He'll be very interactive, so he's going to ask you to talk to him back. He'll take some questions at the end. Please, don't use mobile devices or laptops. It's considered very rude culturally if somebody sits in a lecture like this and starts doing that. It's very, very rude, so please don't do it. But do come to the pub afterwards. The pub is the Waypack pub. We're going to go up there from here, so we'll be there about 6 o'clock. I'll buy Harry a drink, and you can all buy us a drink, but you could probably buy your own and afford it better. That's what the Waypack looks like. If you've never been there yet, it's a typical student pub, I'm sure you enjoy. It's opposite the archway beside the petrol station. That's it, pub afterwards. Okay, so over to Harry.
So, welcome to our lecture, our work together. It's my really great pleasure to be here in this prestigious and wonderful old and young university. And it's a pleasure to see you here and to talk with you about leadership. Shortly to my person, I am a teacher at the Goethe University in Frankfurt, and I am the Chief Executive Officer of Goethe Finance Association, one of the biggest associations for sponsorship and fundraising in Europe. And I am also a certified boxing trainer, and so we make in the Goethe University boxing with the students, and it's also a part of the lecture leadership which I give, and it's a little bit similar to the US Academy, Military Academy West Point. There is boxing part of the curriculum for every student or candidate in this sense. So, what are we talking about? Today we are talking about successful strategic operative leadership approaches in our globalization. And I have some questions which I want to discuss with you. And we have seen in research that today the leaders have some new challenges. There are some long-term business trends. We want to discuss these business trends. And we want to discuss also the scientific answers which can give the leadership science or the leadership theory, and we can reflect on these approaches, and we will see what these approaches from modern leadership behavior, what these approaches bring you for your success in globalized times, in globalized economies. And at the end, we will work together, I will give you some receipts, advices, recommendations for successful leadership. And one of the biggest questions we have in research today is it the egocentric leader? Is it the ultra-centric leader? Or which leader? Which leader style, which leader behavior is the behavior for successful leading globalized or international companies business are also smaller. Therefore, we make a 3D leadership approach or a 3D leadership survey. That means we are asking leading up, leading across, leading yourself, leading across, leading down. So all these aspects we want to bring in the recommendation at the end. What is a successful way being a successful leader in the future? Or is there any special tool or any special behavior or any special attitude or any specialty? What is in your personality? So we will work this out and then we will see what works best. So, but the first question is, what I have to you, for you, what is leadership? What is leadership? What is leadership? What is leadership for you? What's your idea?
Please, no?
Please? It's your turn.
I suppose leadership is, in a certain way, responsibility for the rest of your team.
Responsibility. Okay. Leadership as responsibility. Very interesting. What is leadership?
Ability to inspire people to follow
Inspiring. Inspiring. Very good. Very good. Also, responsibility, inspiring. Other ideas. What is leadership? What is leadership? What do you think? Role model. Management by maybe objectives or other things. What is leadership?
Abilities, qualities.
Quality. Yeah, quality in which sense?
Qualities, attributes, personal qualities.
Personal qualities. Give me a quality. Or what is a value? What are your values? Because values are important. What are your values, for example? One value. You say quality. In which sense?
Taking initiatives.
Initiative, responsibility. What else? What else? Very important. What else?
Steering an institution or an organization.
Steering. Okay, an institution, organization. We go on the other side. Here. You. Out of country. What is leadership for you? No, you. You have another t-shirt.
Like giving organizational culture.
Organization culture. Very good. Culture. Responsibility. Very good. What's your idea from leadership?
Leadership is a very huge combination, and I think it's a mix of characteristics and
Characteristics, okay.
ability in a team and a lot of things.
Okay, building a team effectiveness. That's all very interesting what you said about the leadership. I will give you later a definition from leadership. But the other question is, what is management? What do you think? What is management? What is the difference from leadership to management? We have here vision, characteristics, team, inspiring. All these are very interesting attributes you gave to leadership. What is management? What is management in your opinion? And what is the difference between management and leadership? First you.
Management is when you distribute the tasks between people in your group. When you tell every person what to do, depending on something.
Planning,
Yes, planning.
staffing. Other idea?
I just think like manager is more like a fixer, make your team work, make the job done.
Okay,
And then, like,
do what I want to do you.
yeah, like a boss.
Do what I say. The boss. Leader is no boss?
No, it's
What is the leader in this?
leader is it can be say it's like including the function of boss, but they have like a higher like advanced boss kind of like they provide vision and they encourage people. care about your personal development.
Very good.
But
Very
like,
good.
boss is just like do my job, do the job what I told you. Just
We will
not
come
care.
to this point if we are thinking about some leadership roles. And then we can work it out. Please.
I guess like in organizations, like the leaders are the ones that set goals, set strategies, and at the management level they are actually responsible like to coordinate the teams to implement the strategy in order to achieve the goals.
Very interesting and very good. And you, please?
Assigning the right people in the right position.
Finding the people in the right decision.
A position.
Okay. Yes. Do what I want you to do. Staffing. Planning. Budgeting. Staffing, planning, budgeting. I hope you can read my but this means staffing, planning, and this is budgeting. So these are some differences between leadership and management. You can bring it together. Leadership produces change and movement. Leading change, absolutely important topic from today. Leading change, that means the leader establishes direction. The leader creates what? That's very important for a leader. If he or she establishes direction, what is the nucleus for establishing direction? Very important for leaders.
Vision.
Pardon?
Vision.
Vision. Exactly. Very good. Vision. Vision. A visionary man or woman is leadership. Set strategies. Another point is aligning people. Aligning people is also leadership. Aligning people. Very important. Aligning people. Another point is communication. Communicate goals. Another point is building teams, but not only teams. What else? What else? If you are the leader, you are the top executive. There is not only one team, there are teams, and you have to build coalitions with the teams, in the teams. Coalition. Then we have the point of team effectiveness. Coalition building. And the third factor is motivating and, you said it before, inspiring. Motivation and inspiring. That means energize people, burn people. That means empower your subordinates. And that means satisfy unmet needs. You have to filter it out. You have to think about it. So these are some aspects of leadership. Aspects of management are planning, budgeting, operative parts, organization and staffing, and controlling, and problem solving. Management. So, what is leadership? What is management? And the founder of the term leadership is a Harvard professor. And a Harvard professor with the name John P. Kotter. John P. Kotter. A Harvard professor, and he was the first who defined the terminus leadership in his book, A Force for Change, How Leadership Differs from Management. And this is a book which is absolutely valid, and they have in this book there is a wonderful definition of leadership. And I will give you this definition of leadership. Leadership in this sense means inspire your employees with vision, creativity, innovation, and that's absolutely important, power for change. So, I will repeat it. Definition of leadership in the sense of John P. Cotter, Harvard University. Inspire your employees with vision, creativity, innovation, power for change. As I mentioned before, I have been teaching in the US Military Academy in West Point, and they make a lot of research about leadership, because leading is essential. And they have a very interesting department. It is social behavior and leadership department, and I have taught there. And they have also a definition. What is leadership? So I will tell you this definition, but you should know that the leaders of West Point, for example, are people which are very, very interesting for the Wall Street. A lot of Wall Street jobs, a lot of finance jobs are in the hands of leaders from West Point, from the army. So, and what is the definition of the army of West Point about leadership? It's also very interesting. An army leader is anyone by virtue of assumed role or assigned responsibility inspires and influences people to accomplish organizational goals. Army leaders motivate people both inside and outside the chain of command. In this part, outside, inside chain of command, to pursue action. Focus, thinking, and shape decisions for the greater goal of the organization. And in the leadership of West Point, there are two different leaders. Leaders in extremis, and there are another very interesting definition of leadership, toxic leadership. Toxic leadership, but maybe in one of the next lectures we can talk about toxic leadership. It's also a very interesting topic. Now, we have talked about leadership. What do you think are the roles of leaders? The research has brought us 8 roles of leadership. 8 roles of leadership. I have been in the Columbia Business School in New York this year, and I have had a colloquium with top executives from around the world, and we have tried to define 8 roles, 8 valid roles of leadership. What do you think could be a role for the leader? What is a typical leadership role? After that, we want to discuss some different styles of leadership. So, what could be a role? For example, what is a role, a special responsibility?
To delegate tasks.
The leader as a delegator. Delegation, okay? Other ideas. But we have to find the big picture. The big picture. What is a role of a leader?
Communicator.
Communicator. Very interesting. Communication. Communication. Other ideas? Please.
Creating a culture within.
Fun?
Creating a culture within.
Culture creating. Okay, culture. But try to find culture creating. try to find a term above. A term above. A big picture term. These are very good terms, operative. But we are looking here for the big picture. And therefore, 8 roles. What are the 8 roles of leadership? Here.
Create urgency.
Pardon?
Creating urgency.
Creating.
Urgency.
Okay. Other role?
Decisive.
Decision maker.
Yeah.
Decision maker. Okay, so now we have found some roles. And one of the roles, which is a big picture role, is the coordinator. The coordinator. So, number 1, coordinator. The coordinator. What is a coordinator? What is a coordinator? The coordinator managing projects, leading projects. The coordinator design work change. And the coordinator is a manager, a leader across functions. If you are top executive leader, you have several departments and you are leading up across some different functions, different departments. HR, finance, marketing, all this is coordination, leading across, leading up, leading down. Coordinator, number 1. Number 2, we have found out in the Columbia Business School, is the monitorer. Monitorer. The monitoring. What is monitor in this sense? The monitor. What is a monitor? What do you think? Yeah, you. You. Yes, you. You. What is a monitor?
Somebody who supervises?
Monitor. Yes, supervises. Please, more exactly. What do you mean with monitor? What do you think? The monitor, please?
He overviews ongoing processes.
Yes? Monitoring personal performance, for example. Evaluation. Or managing collective performance, if you are the top leader. Or managing organizational performance. All this is monitor. Number 3 is the facilitator. What is a facilitator? Facilitator. What is a facilitator? Anyone idea, please?
Probably the one who ensures such an environment which gives productive results.
Yes, the facilitator builds teams. The facilitator using participative decision making. This is the facilitator. Role number 4 is the mentor. I think everybody knows what is a mentor, mentoring program. Do you have a mentoring program here in the school? In Germany, in the Goethe University or in University of Mannheim or other German universities, we have a mentoring program. That means we have company leaders from international companies. They are coming into the university and they look out for some very good, high-skilled students, and these students receive a special internship. But the specialty of this internship is that there are sometimes assistants of a top executive. And this executive is the mentor, a person who has the look on you as an intern, and he or she shows you the way from down maybe to the top. So this is mentoring, and mentoring is an absolutely important behavior and task for a leader. Why? Why is this so important? Why is a mentor a very important role for a leader? What is the reason? Pardon? Yes, to develop the skills, to develop followers, to develop people which can bring new ideas in the company, which are in the company and come from the company, which bring new ideas and new aspects and tools. So this is one of the points for mentoring. Number 5. What is number 5? Number 5 is very, very important to bring your company on the track and hold it on the track. It's very entrepreneurial. What is number 5? Number 5 is the innovator. The innovator. The innovator. Everybody knows what is an innovator. What is the innovation of Apple? What is an innovation of the new iPhone 6s Plus? I have the iPhone 6 Plus. The new one is the 6s Plus. Is there any new innovation? Mobile users. I think everybody has not Apple, maybe Samsung or some other. What is there any innovation? So innovation power is very, very important to bring your hold your company on. Bringing it on track is easy, but hold it on track, that's not so easy. No, innovator. Living with change, creating change, leading change. Innovator, thinking creatively, the creator, and creating change. That's the innovator. Number 6 is the broker. But what is a broker in this sense? It's not a broker from Wall Street. Number 6 is the broker, but what broker? What is he or she broking? What do you think? The broker. What is a broker in this sense? What do you think? A broker. Not Wall Street. Please.
The one who takes risks.
Pardon?
The one who takes risks.
He takes or she takes risks. Okay. Other idea? Please you.
Problem solving.
Problem solving? Yes, okay. Please.
Bringing people together.
Yes, very good. Bringing people together. Very good idea. Please.
Yeah, maybe someone who makes deals between different departments of the company.
Yes, very good. Deals between apartments. Negotiator. Agreement. So, the broker is building and maintaining a power base in the company, and the broker is the negotiator from agreements and from commitments. I am a broker, for example. I'm also a broker in my role as the Chief Executive Officer. I have to negotiate agreements for the university, for example. And I have to maintain a power basis that we can work with these agreements. Organizational, structural, strategical. So I am dealing every day with big companies, Mercedes or other companies, and we are dealing about fundraising, supporting the university, Goethe University Frankfurt. Millions of euros. So this is broking, but not in the sense of finance, in the sense of negotiation, agreement. So the broker. What else? Number 7. What do you think? If you think on the chain, in the circle in the business, what is the next one? Broker was number 6, agreement maker. What is number 7? It is the producer. The producer, what is the producer's task? What do you think? What is the producer's task? The producer is a person, please.
Implementing ideas,
Okay,
making it real.
okay, very good. Implementing ideas, other ideas. What is the producer? Please.
creating company value.
Yes. The producer is a person or